Hey everybody, welcome to Fresh Out the Box Plays Modiphius's Dune Adventures in the Imperium. I am the Game Master Johananon.
I am the co-host Casualty CDG, but you can call me Gary, and that's because it's Doomsday. It's the middle of the week, it's Hump Day, and we play Dune on Doomsday. Dune is the tabletop role-playing game of the year by Modiphius Entertainment. It's a 2D20 system that really gives us a lot of narrative control over NPCs and a lot more than just the classic adventuring party type of scenario. I will be playing the part of Master General of the House Masarrah, the clever and deceitful General Ezek Malakar.
And I am 80 Springer, also known as Corbinian. I am a tabletop role-playing game and variety video game Twitch streamer. I used to be in music radio, and I now do streaming and play games with weird people, present company totally included. But I am playing today in Dune, Kesty York, the fair-minded guild agent who is an envoy of House Masarrah.
Howdy, y'all. Thomas Adinger down here in Houston, artist, voiceover, actor, teacher, dad, eater of McDonald's Big Macs. And I will be playing Tristan Kane, House Spy Master and envoy to the Space Guild. And, you know, just a general badass about all sorts of fuckery. What are we doing, Jahan?
Getting into trouble.
It's fun getting into trouble.
No.
Someone did it. All right. But yeah, so last time, Dune, Adventures in the Imperium, you guys got into some shiznit. You guys played a lot of games with a lot of powerful people. Cassie York got involved with Soren more deeply. Everybody was involved in that, really. Tristan and Gwendolyn were also involved with the helping of Soren, who is a Chom agent, who you guys kind of gave her the inside scoop that a certain alloy was going to become more difficult to get from a specific source, which means, naturally, she bought stock in their competitors. So, after Ezek Malakar led a assault on the Black Moon of Talor, a mining colony led by House Rukter, you guys fulfilled all of your requirements, and you guys knocked out a competitor, you hurt them, and you gained a lot of financial compensation on the back end there. House Masarrah is experiencing a significant windfall coming after all of these events, and Lord Mortimer is already ready to spend it and reinvest in the house. And he's very pleased with all of you. Even though Exik Malakar's permission to do this thing was not signed under, proper pretense. It was kind of snuck in by Gwendolyn. So, the lady of the house, wife Evelyn, Masarrah, has kind of, her attitude about that has been sort of fixed by Cassie York. All of you are back in the meeting hall of House Masarrah. The golden and jewel inlaid walls, the grandeur. There's always like performers going on. There's always food and there's always good times. You're before Lord Mortimer and his wife, as you do, as he's talking about the future of House Masarrah. Where's everybody want to be? Who stands where? Just give your general attitude, what you're wearing, how you feel.
Oh, that's right. For all the people who are new to the channel, who may be tuning in or hearing about our characters for the first time. I am a large, imposing figure wearing silver and crimson armor. Almost plate armor with a futuristic kind of spin on it that goes from head to toe. I carry my helmet, and I have these giant bracers on each arm. And I have a long silver cape attached to my armor. And with me, there is a retinue of 4 Crimson Marines at all times. Since I'm the general, they always flank me. And in this room, there are 2 by the door and 2 waiting outside the door. And I'm standing here in this room with my arms crossed, waiting to speak when spoken to.
For those just joining us, Tristan Kane, comb over, brown hair, sort of like Liam O'Brien, large, tall, collar, long coat. He'll be as near as he is allowed to be to drop some eaves, as it were, from the side.
Cassie York is standing near enough to be within easy speaking distance of all the important persons assembled, dressed in my orange Space Guild colors, with my white fine clothing. So on a glance, I probably just look like a Space Guild envoy, but everyone in Masarrah knows that I work for the Masarrahs. I'm their personal, I'm their visible Space Guild agent. And he kind of just adjusts some spectacles on his face and kind of looks around the room.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an opportunity. Also, so I've been looking into the rules. During scenes, you are allowed to say things like, my character is angry, or my character is feeling concerned or inquisitive. And those are going to be mechanical traits that you can add to the scene that you can use during checks and stuff in the future to aid or hinder or blah blah blah.
I would like to make a note already. Then
yeah, go ahead. You can add a trait.
My character feels betrayed.
Betrayed. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why does your character feel betrayed?
My character feels betrayed because he asked you not to forge it. And then Laura's character, when he got it, you didn't. No. But Laura's character then got it signed under false pretense, which to me, you manipulated him. That's great, but you manipulated me because you didn't tell him that I was going to do what I was going to do. So that would fall back on me and blow up.
Ezek's level of morality and honesty is like here, whereas like technical honesty is right here, and that's definitely. Betrayed could come into play. So
one of my notes for my characters is that I have a justice statement: to defy the tenets set forth by the ruler is heresy.
Yeah.
And so if it isn't his plan and it isn't his idea, it rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, he's the only one of you that's actually fully loyal to Mortimer specifically. Which is an interesting dynamic. Anyone who watches our channel, watches our shows, you know that as we play, I learn and I roll out rules as we go, just to kind of build. We all learn together. But yeah, So Mortimer, he's on the diocese. That behind him is these giant double, beautiful pane windows that are wide open. The silk is pulled aside, and you guys can see the shimmering crescent moon stage behind, just glimmering in the sunlight. The smell wafted in. It's a beautiful. Everything always smells good here. The air quality is fantastic. You guys have botanical gardens all over the place, and Mortimer is standing there in his finery. He looks good. He's a big old jolly fat guy, and he's wearing the finest silks. He looks like a Roman emperor, pretty much. And his wife, Evelyn, is to his left, looking magnificent. She is one of the most coveted women in the system, for sure. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman. And then to his right is his son, the heir to the throne, Devin Masarrah, who looks like a Ponzi shit, but is also dressed very well. And then to his right stands Helena, the sword master, always at the ready. During these times, she kind of stands taller to look more impressive. But yes, he will stand up. Mortimer will stand up. My people, it is so good that we could gather here with such splendid news. Due to some significantly good advice from some of my advisors, he'll acknowledge Cassidy. He'll look at you when he says this. And due to some, off the books experimentation going on, he'll kind of eye Ezek, but he doesn't mean to. Things have gone very well for our house, and we have our cup runneth over, he'll say as he pours wine on the ground when he gestures. Unintentionally, but it's still very funny. We shall begin immediately to put this money to use for our great house. And he does say the words great house. You guys are a minor house. Saying great house in such a way is forgivable, but it's definitely like big for your britches a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely like fuck you guys. Yeah. I have these nuts. Immediately, I have sent out to commission. I've put Evelyn in charge of commissioning a brand new, never before performed play in honor of our great house. And I have also, he will gesture to the side, a woman standing there. She's lovely. She has dark, sharp features, black hair, brown eyes, and she's wearing very nice silks as well, in kind of purplish hues. We have brought into the fold Master Sommelier, Cassandra Rain, to oversee the construction of a brand new vineyard that we are already starting construction on. We are already known for good times, but now we shall be known for the best times. But yes, so this is all news to most of you. Very interesting. You can already hear the sounds of construction in the distance beginning. But yes, so my people, go forth and prosper as you have helped our house prosper. He seems beyond happy. And then everyone is sort of, if anyone wants to say anything, now it is an open forum.
I should like to take a tour of these new facilities.
I wouldn't mind getting my eyes on them either.
Of course. Before Mortimer can say anything, the woman will step forward. I already forgot what name I gave her. Cassandra Rain. Cassandra Rain will step forward, and I would be happy to show you what we have planned. She will say, in a very sophisticated manner of speaking. She seems to be an educated woman.
I'll motion my arm for her to lead the way.
She will throw you off by grabbing your arm and leading you by the arm.
My soldiers fall in line, and I'll distance myself and walk in formation.
You kind of like put her aside, and you're like, okay.
I will swoop in and grab that arm that has just been let go of.
She'll take it.
Good evening, mademoiselle. He's always on the job, as it were. A military man to his core. You understand?
I do understand. I am a woman of business as well. I take my job very seriously. But yeah, she will begin to lead you guys to a field, an area that you know, obviously, but they're currently, you see equipment being put there to start excavating the ground. They're bringing in like fresh soil because you are on an artificial moon, so they're kind of bringing stuff in. And yeah, you can see this is where we will have the fields from here to here. She'll point quite a generous section of land. And then over there will be a new distillery slash quarters for the wine workers and myself.
Forgive me, Master Venter, but I do have one concern I hope that you'll be able to address.
Of course.
Where are you sourcing these materials? From the planet below?
Yes. Yes, from Ix itself. They do have an abundance of dirt, as it were.
Yes.
It's just going to use covering their beautiful cities.
So I believe you're going through certain wines popular on Ix, then, rather than anything more exotic. I mean, not to say our wine isn't bad. Our wine is fantastic. But...
I prefer the exotic myself.
I will be doing my best to carve out a House Masarrah niche in the market. We shall be known for our specific brews.
Fruit wine, I hope.
The gland of the space elk has a particularly pleasant flavor.
I slowly just turn and look at the general like, what in God's name? And don't say anything, just kind of like, what?
There, yeah, you do see, just to highlight the point, there will be one of the grand space deer walking around.
Oh no, I pulled my ear.
That's right, moon elk, I'm sorry.
Moon elk,
not
yeah.
space elk. In our Expanse game, we call everything space something.
We do,
Like
yeah.
space gun and space candy.
Because it's funny, yeah, no. Yeah, moon elk are native to your planet. Well, nothing's native to your planet, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
But yeah, that is what is going on. But she will lead you through the fields, and you guys can go to where the house is being constructed. They already have the foundation down. Like, they're moving quick. The future has benefits when it comes to construction.
As they're laying this foundation, can I get some secret stuff built in here?
You can. I was wondering if anyone was going to take advantage of the opportunity. So in order to do so, you're going to have to communicate this desire and pay some of the construction workers on the DL.
Okay.
So go ahead. Give us the first roll of the game. Give me a communication.
Communicate. All right. I think that's going to go under communicate deceit, right?
Yeah, that could do it.
Surely.
Technically, you're not lying, but you are doing it to be, like, deceitful in the future. I don't know. I like it.
How about smuggler?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, yeah, whenever you have a focus that applies, I found out, I didn't realize, but if you have a focus that applies, any success becomes a critical success. What's that?
I had a question. I don't know a lot about these rules yet.
Yeah.
But I do know that I have a thing that every time I start an adventure, I get an extra determination. Did that moon-based thing count as an adventure?
I am on the fence about the definition of adventure in this game. Thank you so much for the bits. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Tommy. I am on the fence about the definition of adventure. Honestly, though, I think that now is a good time. You guys can receive this. What's it called? Determination. Everyone, you can refill your determination now. I'm okay with that. And I was also going to give you guys 2 momentum to start the session because you're down a player. But yeah, so you do successfully. You get 3 successes. Not bad at all. And in order to bribe a construction worker to put in a secret passage, that's acceptable.
Yes.
So, so in the future, you will be keyed in.
How many of those, sweet, how many of those momentums do I need for that to like, carry over for us there? That was 4, huh?
So you guys have 2 currently, and you got 3 successes.
Oh, yep. I was looking at the wrong one. Oh man, I'm way at the top. That's my fault.
3 successes is essentially this is you doing it right, doing it well. So 3 successes is good.
Ooh, yeah.
But yeah, so you do have congratulations. While you're doing this, you'll notice the schematics. There are plans for construction elsewhere as well, namely in the main palace.
Can I make a few notes here? How heavily populated is this spot?
Where you are right now, like physically?
Yeah, can I mess around with these blueprints and no one would notice?
Well, I mean, you did just convince a construction worker to give you an in, so I would allow you to do something.
We'll just continue that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'd just like to make a few notes here on these blueprints for these other quarters, and I'll draw out similar sort of smuggling dens with, hidden sort of enclaves to be able to hide stuff in these different houses, and then, again, separate small tunnels to be able to hide behind camera systems, conduits, hidden room.
Are we privy to this conversation, or is that just you and the construction guy?
I'm not separating myself from the two of you, so if I wouldn't be trying to hide this in particular.
I'll be standing over your shoulder and like pointing at the map also, and be like, well, if you're not going to use that, it would be a great spot if we could flip it over into an anti-air gun. And right there, that would be a good spot for a bunker or a missile.
I'm just doing that exact thing. Annotations all over. It looks like the map from Home Alone.
I'm going to take out one of my memcorders and sketch out a message, and then hand it, and then just pass it to the spy master. And in it says, "Have you verified the Vinter?" I just kind of look at you.
I'm just gonna kind of give him a
I just hold my hand out again. Take it back. Smash.
So I was reading about these, and I don't think you have to do it every time. But the fact that you do is hilarious, and I'm never going to stop you.
Sure, it's like Thor drinking a mug and smashing it.
Yeah, you can have as many.
Breaking an iPhone every.
You can have as many as you want, as long as you promise to always smash them, because that's funny. But yeah. So the sommelier is not. She is not certified by the spy master as of yet.
I would like to take this moment to introduce an NPC that's been around our house for a few sessions already. Mm-hmm. It's the guy who follows Corbinian's character around with a small broom and a dustpan and has to clean up the broken phones that he smashes.
What's his name?
His name can be Samuel.
Page boy Samuel.
Samuel Barton.
Samuel Barton.
It's Cliff Barton's dad.
Quarter cleaner.
Can he also carry a little tray of like fruit, like a charcuterie?
Yeah, he'll be like a full service page. Yeah, he'll be a young kid. We'll say brown hair.
Want him to have a mustache.
A bit tan. Maybe a mustache is fine.
A bad mustache.
Yeah, he's very young and he's very proud of his few whiskers.
Has he gotten really, really good at cleaning those up quickly, or is he terrible at it every time?
He's pretty good at it. Yeah.
Just sees it coming. Sometimes he catches it.
Yeah, it's already clean when you look. But yeah, no problem. There is now a page named Samuel Barton.
Thank you.
Oh, Vamp said it should be Bob Siruncle.
Siruncle, Bob Siruncle. Are you okay with Bob Siruncle, Gary?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Bob.
His name's Robert, but maybe he goes by Bob.
That's fine. Robert Siruncle, also known as Bob Siruncle.
What a highfalutin name.
That's what Kester calls him. He doesn't like it, but I guess he refuses to call him anything else.
But yeah, so you guys do successfully kind of mess with the plans a little bit, and you do notice that the main palace will be altered in some ways.
I'm going to take this wine vintner by the hand and have her kind of walk me through her vision, and I'm going to use my spy powers and see if I can, vet her a little bit more after looking at the construction companies, whether I know those are on the up and up, etc.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a understand check. Probably with truth.
Does this count as spy?
It does. This is very spy-like. If this isn't spying, I don't know what is.
I'd like to assist with this by throwing some probing questions about what I know about Ix and stuff like that to kind of help the spy master out.
You can roll a single dice.
Can Lee applies, right? No.
It could, but
thanks,
no.
Tommy. Have a good one, dude.
Bye, Tommy.
Yes, that's not a good thing.
How did he do? So do I, based on his roll, is how many dice I'll get? Is that right?
Sorry, Vampire Fights is killing me. Yeah. So no, so he gets to roll one dice, and if he gets a success, you get an extra success.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can buy more dice with momentum.
The trick to assist is that if the main roller gets nothing, the assist doesn't help. You have to succeed. You have to get at least one success on your own.
I'm going to use one momentum here. This is sort of important.
Yeah, no problem. You can also give me threat.
Ooh, well, that's at least one. So I can help with that. There you go. Hey.
Go on.
2.
Got 2 successes. So you do get some success. You do chat her up, and she does give you a background where she's from. She is from a winery planet, as it were. It's more agricultural, but she's from a region of winers. It seems on the up and up. It's a real place. It does exist. You've probably even had. I make wine. Nothing else. Yeah. Fucking whiners.
That sounds like most vintners.
That's why they
awesome.
Yeah, so much cheese with that wine. But yeah, no. So her story does seem on the up and up. The construction company, we'll say, is one that you guys have used previously. You didn't have any issues, and nothing on the surface seems wrong. But you know that these times are the best times for people to slip in. So you might not be fully convinced, but you don't find anything. It seems relatively safe, though. It does. You don't red flags.
Look, I'm the fucking spy master.
Yeah.
A veteran. We're good.
Yeah.
Master Venter, how exactly did you come about securing the commission with the Lord Masarrah? This is quite a catch for a new venture that you're going into, especially on the scale you're going on.
Very much so. He has tried many of our wines. Is a big fan, and yeah.
So similar situation to the guild, a recurring customer that one needs to ensure their gratitude.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yes. No, I was sent here by my master, who made a lot of wine that Mortimer enjoys. So, hopefully, my ambition will serve him well.
It's about this time you notice my 4th Crimson Guard falls back into line and hands me something in a paper bag that is soaked with blood, and I hand it to the venter.
I know what this is.
What's that?
This is the moon elk gland we've been telling you about. I had one sent for you immediately.
What is it?
The gland.
We're going to do shots.
It's a moon elk gland.
Yes, and I suggest you use this for your flavor profile because nothing speaks more highly of House Masarrah than the mighty moon elk.
She'll kind of okay. She'll take it under advisement. She will have this gland saved.
You just call that the Essek vintage.
Is it supposed to taste good or something? Is that your plan?
Yeah, it has a great aroma.
Gotcha. It's an aromatic
Mm-hmm.
from the finest deer glands. Okay.
It
Nice
Interesting.
and musky.
it may be weird, but it is barking dogs.
Perhaps you can name this vintage the War Master.
Perhaps we will take it under advisement.
I
Is
mean,
there anything
I don't
else
know
I
much
can...
about wine, but I know a little about marketing. And if I was strolling through the store and saw a bottle of War Master, I'd probably fucking try it.
Yeah, I'm sure
Just throwing that out there.
I'm sure every teenager for systems would try. She'll say in kind of a joking and poking rebuttal.
Yeah, bro.
War Master.
I'll have you know.
fucking War Master bombs, dude.
I'll have you both know that my rank is Master General.
Noted.
Doesn't quite have the ring to it. War Master, I think, would do better on shelves. Master General sounds like some sort of cereal.
It cuts to like a fucking 90s commercial on Earth. Master General! It is a cereal.
Whoa!
Commit a war crime on your taste buds.
Tubular!
Torture your tongue with Master General.
Yeah, but the sommelier, is there anything else I can help you gentlemen with?
We all just kind of phase out of this.
This commercial.
Yeah, no, we're fine.
No, thank you.
She'll do like a short bow. Not very
Is
deep,
there any
but you know.
place nearby for lunch or drinks, refreshments? I'm famished. It's been a hard morning's work.
Are you asking her?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you know
Taking us
better
on the
than
tour.
me?
Oh, she was taking us on the tour. I thought maybe she had.
Well,
a tent
nothing's
or something
finished
out there.
yet. Nothing's
Yeah,
like
maybe.
built.
Next time, then.
The next time. It won't take terribly long, but it is going to take more than just a few hours. She'll say till next time, and she'll leave you. She's overseeing the plantings and stuff like that. She's like going through samples.
I'm gonna leave her my card. With it. If you need me for anything, just send this with Robert. He'll know what to do.
She'll look at Robert. Robert's like... She'll kind of, like, her eyes will narrow at you. Are you, like, hitting on her, like, vaguely?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Her eyes will narrow at you a little bit. She's not sure how she feels about it. Yeah, what's up?
High five.
Can Robert have a silver bicocket?
I don't know what a bicocket is.
It's a Robin Hood hat.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I also picture him with a silver platter.
Yeah, he definitely has a silver platter. It's got food on it. And
mean,
As I not like hand her the card, I take like some grapes off Robert's tray.
His little broom and dustpan are probably silver engraved as well.
yeah, they're like hanging off his belt.
Oh, I pictured him smaller, like he puts them in his coat.
That's fine. That's very funny. No, but yeah, he has the remains of a mem quarter in his pocket, and he's just standing there. She leaves though. She's gonna go. She has to look at carpet samples and shit.
I too have urgent matters to attend to.
Oh, is there something the matter?
Not at all, just drills and formations.
While we're doing that, I'll be checking in with my spies that we've got over on Homeboy's planet that we just fucked their shit up, just to sort of get a rundown of what all's happening there.
Yeah, you'll see if they haven't communicated any sort of action, but things are known, things are suspected, and they're not happy.
Yeah. Plus, we formally did declare. Oh, we're declaring Can Lee on you. Get ready. Oh, by the way, we blew up one of your mines. Oh, look, one of your mines blew up. That's funny. Funny timing that.
Within Can Lee, Kesty, let's say we detonate a bomb at a festival, just hypothetically.
Of course, of course.
They're having a large celebration at the end of this week, I believe, and they just set up pyrotechnics incorrectly.
You guys hear
Does
stuff
this
spill
fall under
over.
Can Lee?
It does. You guys hear stuff spill over on Bob's tray as he's like, ah.
It's all right, lad. It's all right. You'll have to get used to that.
Sharpen up, Robert.
The lad's fine. I'm attending to him. But to answer your question, Spymaster, the Great Convention limits the damage to the people that the lords represent. Canley is a blood dispute between those who wrong each other and feel nothing else can be done but blood. So the blood that is spilled must be blood of the nobles and their soldiers, not the citizenry they serve. So if any explosion was to happen, it could be used to terrify or otherwise dissuade people from going or enjoying themselves, but it cannot harm the populace. Otherwise, it could be construed as a violation of Canley and an invitation to open warfare, at which point nothing is safe and no one is safe. Canley keeps things civil in its mockery of warfare.
Yeah, it's kind of like rules of engagement. Well said.
Well, in that case, we have opened Canley against these guys. We know that they're doing that. I'm gonna send some fucking spies down there to try to poison the fuck out of these guys.
Yeah, because all this stuff. Because the difference between murdering somebody and it being perfectly civil is Canley.
Yep.
So, if you would like,
that's the plan.
If you would
These
like
are some of mine
to attempt an assassination,
I believe that is the plan. I'm not going to act on that before I speak to the rest of the group.
you guys are kind of
Already
you're
know
in
War
conflict
Master's
with
on a
Richter.
fucking
It wouldn't be that
bad.
weird.
I know that if I do something like that and War Master doesn't know about it, he's going to be mad he didn't have the opportunity to strategize before I just pulled the
He will
fucking
be
trigger.
upset. Yeah, I could. Yeah.
Last thing the special forces guys needs is suddenly being like, "What do you mean he's assassinated already? We just came all this way, and he's already dead. Please tell us you're doing that." But no.
So I'll be having this conversation with the War Master, brainstorming. I imagine he's back at his quarters in his rock garden by his map.
I'm actually in front of the stage, and I'm stomping a beat, and all of the soldiers / dancers, actors are on the stage.
He's doing
moving.
a haka.
They're moving in like giant Broadway type formations, confusing riot formations. It's halfway Roman shield tactics and halfway Broadway show.
You're teaching the dancers and the soldiers side by side.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad strategy.
Plus, when they reenact the battle scenes, they'll know what to do.
It's very true.
Best reenactors ever.
I know the deal. I'll let one of his Crimson Guard know that I'd like to see him, or he can call for me at his convenience, and I'll go back to my room and be sharpening my spies. See if there's anything going on in the envoy, the space envoy that we need to know about.
Yeah. So you do. I mean, you do get notice from.
What's happening with that shipment? We fucked up. We blew that planet up and took their ship away. Are we? Can we pick that up now? Or do we do
the
that
Black
already?
Moon. So you guys did destroy their operation there. They still do technically own it. They never owned it. Their major house owned it. Their major house is House Ricci's, which is like Ix's #1 enemy. So their major house is your major house's #1 enemy. Ricci still owns that moon, but they are not pleased with House Ruchter's failure to hold stuff together there.
Then, using my contacts in the Spacing Guild, I'm going to, pretend I heard through the grapevine, yada yada. We'll come pick that shipment up for you since you guys look like you need a hand. Currently, we've got an available ship.
You want to try to aid them in getting stuff?
Yes, to hopefully buy a little goodwill before we come in there and drop the axe on them. It's just the entire point of this is just like the war general just
So you're trying a diplomatic action here.
Obfuscate and infiltrate.
You can try to be diplomatic here if you want. Yeah.
That's the idea.
Go ahead and communicate with them. Wasn't expecting this. Also, Casty, where are you? Where do you go?
I am going to go to our scholar and look over any records we have regarding purchasing orders, and I'm going to trace down our Lord's favorite wine and liquor, and try to connect the dots to make sure she actually is in the chain of. Like, she's a real Venter. She's not just some Canly assassin that's pretending to be a Venter.
So you're going to double check. No problem. So with 3 successes on
and
your
a focus, if that gives me another one.
Communicate. I think it's supposed to. I don't know why it doesn't always.
If it's within your skill.
Gotcha. That's okay. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. All right. So you do have 3 successes. And so, yeah, your diplomatic call goes pretty well. You will speak with the advisor of House Rukter. Tolman. I'll just call him Tolman for now.
Tolman.
He was one of the people I had.
Fertitta?
Tolman. But
yeah,
yes.
Tolman Fertitta?
Yeah, Tolman Fertitta. There you go. I've met that guy. He was actually really nice.
Oh, shit.
Wasn't expecting it. But yeah, so but yeah, your talks go pretty well. They do kind of agree. They don't want your help necessarily, but they do. It does throw them off because they were pretty sure it was you who did this.
That's the point.
Yeah, now they're kind of. So essentially, what we're doing.
I will lay it on with that pass. We are horribly dismayed at what we heard happen. Seems that your house have just run a string of tragedies, and being, of a people who portray tragedy and drama, we really, really feel it, and just. We wish to be here for you in your hour of need, and if there is anything that we can do, please do not hesitate.
Yeah, no, he'll respond with, they will consider your help in the future. But yeah, so what you've done is you've thrown them off a little bit. They're not positive it was you. They still think it was you.
That's all I'm trying to do.
But now they're now they're questioning. Here. Now they're like wondering who it really was. They're distrusting. So yeah, that's a job well done for a spy master. Cassie, you said that you went to a place, and I forgot.
To the scholar, to
Meekin. Yes. So you go into. He's in the back room of Castor's quarters. In his secret chamber. You walk past the probe as you go in there. It is a secret location, so people can't just walk in, but you can. And you give it a wary eye. It's always a terrifying piece of machinery to gaze upon. But he will be at his desk writing stuff.
Master Scholar, a moment of your time, please.
He'll look up shocked. Yes, Casty. He'll raise his goggles. How fares it, Casty, in the world? How are things?
Things are going quite well. The cup runneth over, so says the Lord Masarrah, and we are apparently getting a new winery, which somehow that did not come to certain attentions. I believe I must have obviously just been lapsed in my research and attention, so I would like your assistance in verifying the bona fides of our new Venter.
Yes, what can I do for you? I was hoping for perfumery with this equipment, honestly. Something to cover up this smell. And, it does smell awful. in here.
Yes. Well, really wish I was a mentat all of a sudden, but then I'd never forget the smell. But no. What I could use your assistance with is the Master Venter has claimed that she is apprenticed by the Master Venter of our Lord's preferred vintage. So I would like our records on the Lordship's popular wine, as well as the responsible Venter, who I assume is certified in some manner.
Of course. No problem. I can do that. Castor would be better at that than I, though.
Oh, I would, Master Castor, if you could assist me and
Castor is there.
Illuminate me.
Castor is indeed there. Yes, I suppose I could check our records. His eyes will do the rapid movement thing as he looks within his internal memory. His mouth has that Safa color, which I believe is red, right?
The red tinge of melange, yeah.
Yeah, he has the red. It looks like he's been drinking blood. And he's... he's like, yes, all these things do seem to be in order. He'll pull some files and be like, here's some receipts of... it does all seem to add up. And you do see a clear chain.
Okay.
She didn't lie about this. It does not seem. He'll even be like, you could check the back of a bottle, anything after 2 years ago. Her name should
And
also
Casty
be
just
printed.
does not trust this chick.
Hey,
now that we're in Can Lee, I suspect anyone knew.
yeah, it's not a bad way to be. This is the game where that shit happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could check the bottle of any of their vintage in the past 2 years. Her name should be in small print.
I believe I shall. Thank you, Master Mentat. Proper address?
He'll laugh, an unsettling laugh at nothing obvious.
Oh, glad my humor's starting to catch on. If it wouldn't bother you too much, I would love for a. Actually, I'll do it. I won't bother with it. You've done plenty. Thank you very much.
No trouble at all, Casty. No trouble at all. I'll be seeing you.
I glance at a picture, half expecting him to be behind it. Go, oh, right, he's right in front of me.
As you leave, he'll say, "Quite soon." And then he'll laugh. A wispy, strange laugh.
Rusty needs his private time. Leave me alone.
No, it isn't. It's always an unsettling experience. Of all the mentats you've met, this one, he's a little more disturbing than the others. Yes. As you leave his room, you are now near all the quarters of all the people's rooms, the guest rooms, that kind of stuff. They are doing construction. You'll notice they're breaking down walls, they're combining rooms, they're adding rooms, they're doing all kinds of stuff. New curtains, that kind of thing. It's not a complete overhaul, but it is a lot of stuff. And as you're walking these halls, you'll hear someone let out a scream.
What is that all about then? I turn to see what the scream's about.
It's inside one of the rooms. Doors open. They're doing construction in there.
I'll poke my head in.
So the first thing that, as soon as you realize which room it is, it's gonna probably set off a red flag. This is the room that Orloff was staying in. And as you peek your head in, you see they were ripping open the wall to expand into the next room. And you see a body on the floor.
All of you, halt and stay where you are.
They all stop. They do bow to your authority immediately.
Guards, to my room immediately. We have a situation.
There will be a guard like within earshot. And like he'll tuck his shirt in because like he was like off duty, but he'll stand too.
Soldier, if you would please alert the Master General and the Spy Master. We have an urgent issue, and this corridor is to be sealed off unless you're otherwise ordered. Please and thank you.
Of course, everybody out.
No, not them. They need to stay in here. They're witnesses.
Never mind. He'll seal off the area. That was my bad. That was my bad.
No, I love it. I understand. Do something not at all. Be the king's nephew.
Yeah, this guy is kind of he's young. He's new. He's not ready to be a guard. House Masarrah has its wiles that draw people to live in excess. But yeah, he'll set up a perimeter. He'll get other guards. What are you gonna do?
Cool. I'll be heading in once they contact us.
Yeah, you guys will get noticed. Yeah.
Knowing this time that what's going down, guard fills me. I'm gonna grab a little fucking headset thing that looks like a scouter from Dragon Ball Z that'll let me tap into my fucking cameras and look around and play stuff so I can see what's going down.
Yeah, Robert, Sir Uncle, will come and get you.
Ooh, did that Vitna give you her card?
No, my lord. We have a situation in one of the guest rooms.
All right.
Quite urgent. I don't know much about it.
Well, I'll start pulling up that guest room. What's that number? And as he's telling me, I'll look at all my cameras I know that I've got around.
Yeah, you'll check, and you will find nothing.
The fuck do we even have these things?
You'll go all the way back to the night of the issue, where Orloff was killed, and you don't see anything new. You see the assassin leave as you did before, but you don't see anything new. You even see the body of Orloff being wheeled out of that room on the camera. You follow it all the way to when House Daewin reclaimed it and took it off of this moon. But yes, Esik Malakar, you are informed by one of your troops.
So, right as you guys are outside this room, or you can see outside the door, you see me walking down the hallway, and I just lay out, I deck the House Marshal. I just blast the House Marshal in the face and knock the House Marshal to the ground.
I'm going to join him and spit on him, because that's 2 fucking times in like the last month or however fucking long it's been. This dipshit's security has failed. The first time I got fucking blamed for it. I don't even know why.
You guys are going to have so much egg on your face in a minute.
Good.
What the hell is that about? He'll stand up like pissed. And like his hands on his weapon.
I stride in between them going, gentlemen, we need to stop.
Either you're treasonous or you're not fit for your job anymore.
I was enjoying such a wonderful fucking lunch.
Thank you for sharing your moisture.
Gentlemen, please. We are all loyal men under God, I suppose. And we should be looking toward the crime, not pointing fingers. And I look over at the door because, like, I'm the envoy. Why am I the one dealing with this?
The Marshal is, like, eye-locked with Ezek. And his hand is on his weapon. Like, it's, like, moments from a fight happening.
He can observe right now that I have an empty silver scabbard. Like, there should be a sword here. There's never been a sword here. No one's ever seen it.
Yeah, but he'll look at your gauntlets.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Marshal, for the good of the peace that you are sworn to protect, please stand down.
Give me a communication check here, Cassie.
I don't know, Kesty. Perhaps we're in need of a new marshal. He decides to throw his life away here today, so be it. Maybe we won't have any more break-ins in this area.
But
you better.
What do you say, Marshal?
I believe that the good marshal can redeem himself in service or see justice before the lordship, since I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Marshal, it is perfectly reasonable for you to redeem any possible failures and then present a success before the lordship rather than a pair of failures of peace.
Yeah, give me
your
give me that communication check, and it's gonna be harder because they keep adding on to it. So.
Yeah, I know. Communicate. I am trying to ensure justice. This is under the. I think they're being unfair to him.
Yeah,
they're hitting him. It's like, no, I wouldn't let you hit a servant any more than this guy.
Justice.
So that's why I'm striding in.
Perfectly fine.
Oh God.
There's a momentum, and you're welcome to use it.
I'm using that momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Damn you both.
Didn't we get something at the beginning of this session too from last session? We all have something.
You got a determination.
Could I levy my trait of fair-minded?
Yes.
I'd hate to do this, but I'd rather increase my chances. I'm gonna give you 2 additional threat to buy an additional die.
No problem.
Hey, do you max out at 6 also?
No.
Damn it.
It can go to the... I've seen 70.
I have no ceiling.
What? I don't like seeing even approaching double digits for him.
Bartering innuendo? No. Neither of those make sense.
So you have 2 additional dice. That's not bad. Oh, damn. What does your fair-minded get you?
It's if you accept it, it brings down either. It's a difference. It brings down the difficulty.
Oh, okay. In that case, he'll lessen his grip on his sword. He keeps his hand on like the pommel, but it's not in a immediate drawing. Let's go look at this body that's apparently my fault again. And he'll eye the spy master when he says that. It's not like I poisoned his drink or anything. And he'll start stomping towards the hall.
No, you want to let him get stabbed.
Nah. You guys are so mean. But yeah, so you guys go to the room.
If only I could be shit at my job and walk around like I wasn't.
Fellow Gilder,
Luckily for you, I'm not.
So much egg on your face in a second. It's going to be really funny. All right, so.
Oh, do you have a time machine? You're able to go back and save the man and do your job properly the first time, and we didn't have to clean up your dirty ass like a baby with diarrhea.
At this point, so Corbinian did stop this. He's no longer planning on fighting Ezek, but he is, however, considering fighting Tristan Kane at this point. But no, so you guys get to the room. You're not that far. You go into the room. He'll look at the body. But you might want to take a look at this. Appears I'm not the one that fucked up. You guys go and look at the body. It is the body of Orlov. It is his body. Yeah, and it smells. It's like been in there for a while. It's however many weeks old. It's the appropriate amount of decay. It's strange. Yeah, it's Orlov's body.
How did the body get back here?
Yeah. How? How indeed?
Spy Master, is this one of your cubby holes, or is this undocumented? This hole.
I'm assuming we're aside. We're not sharing this information with other people around. I'm not going to let anybody eavesdrop.
Yeah, you don't have to. I mean, so it is. They found it in the wall, not in the corridor that's behind the wall.
Okay.
They found it in the wall between 2 rooms. And as far as you know, there is no passage there. It seems like it's, you guys can look in, like it's like he was like bricked up in this wall.
Well, Kesty, do you believe in ghosts?
I do not believe in frivolous fantasies.
Neither do I, but as of right now, after racking my brain, it's the only possible explanation for how a dead body that we jettisoned off of this fucking rock ended back up in a wall in a crawl space that doesn't exist. I've gone through all the film of anyone in and out of this room since the night of the incident. This body just seems to have appeared here.
The Bene Gesserit are not the only order that have mastered the human body. The Bene Talaxu also have certain methodologies that would make an Ixian noble blush. Though their purpose bothering us, interfering in our affairs, is beyond me. This is...
So,
it's the only explanation that makes sense to me.
A little explainer here for the normies. Because there is some deep lore going on here. The Bene Thalaxu, they
Just smile and nod like me.
they are a secret order from, I believe, the planet Thalaxu. They are outside of the governorship of the Emperor, and they do horrific and perverse genetic experimentation. And they're rumored. You've heard rumors of them. God damn it, Gary. But yeah, you have heard whispers of them, and in fact, Ix, the planet below, before House Atreides helped House Varanus reclaim it, they were reclaiming it from the Ben Thalaxu, who had helped take over the planet. So there's a whole thing there.
Yeah.
Am I missing anything there, Corbinian?
No, that covers it.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
There's certain things I'm not saying because it doesn't make sense for me to know it, but the general rumor of... I've heard of these guys. They're the big spooky guys who could pull off really creepy stuff like body doubles.
Yeah.
It's like, that sounds like them, but that sounds like...
Whether or not it was them remains to be seen, but
Yeah.
it does remind you of these stories of genetic face swapping and that kind of thing.
So this isn't him then.
Either this isn't him, or what left wasn't him. And it wasn't truly dead.
Well, either way, everyone fucking thinks it is. Why don't we just jettison this trash into fucking space and be about our day?
Agreed.
It could be... There's two ways we could use this. It can't... This is a...
You're not going to fuck it.
The marshal
What
is
is
going to
the other
stop
one?
what he's doing and look at you like you're crazy.
This is evidence of Talaxuan involvement in a crime that we were investigating, which either was against us to make us look bad, which we have evidence that venerates us, or someone went through a lot of trouble to become Orlov and enter into their ranks.
If we just lop his head off and get rid of that, is that fine? I feel like that's all we really
At
need
this
to
point,
time. How about that?
you can
Give an
kind
acid
of...
on your journal. Just smash it in his face.
At this point in Decay, you can
Oh,
tell
do I have acid on me?
that it's
What's my
genuinely dead. You can like insides are all jellified and it's getting gross. It doesn't seem to be a trick of any kind this time. If it was indeed a trick the first time, you're not sure what's going on here. There's definitely something happening.
Have Bob sweep him up into a bag and bring him to that crazy-ass man in the morgue.
Yes, sir. He'll pull out his tiny broom and dustpan and try to figure out how to sweep
Bob,
this guy.
I'm like, stop, Bob. I'm being facetious. Just go fetch him.
Facetious. And he'll put them up and like go stand in the corner.
Bob, go fucking get the coroner.
And he'll run off.
Christ.
I'm gonna
Is
say
everyone with any fucking company off today?
I'm gonna say
What day is it?
He
It's a
trips
holiday.
and falls into the hallway. He's like, and he like gets up and starts running.
Jesus Christ, please, Jesse, for your own good, look for a new page.
He's definitely shaken from the body.
His parents so badly wanted him to be military.
Well, that's what happens when you're the son of a duke with no real promise.
Mikan is just down the hallway, right around the corner, so it doesn't take long for you guys hear the rattling of his mechanical parts as he saunters down the hallway. And then his smell precedes him.
Oh no, I won't be sticking around for this. I'll let you go do your thing. Casty, if you know, this seems to be your specialty. You handle it.
Fellow
Gen-
Gilder,
no,
your generosity
General, I'd like to
runneth
speak with
over.
you about. I'd like to speak with you about potential plans in the future. Oh, throwing a little barbecue, perhaps, if you get my meaning.
Gross. But yeah, Mikan will come in. Ah, this one again, huh? He'll look at you amused. Like he
2-for-1 sale.
he thinks it's really funny. He's like smiling.
Not funny.
I already sent you away, didn't I? He'll say, talking to the corpse. Huh. And he'll start poking at it. Just very, like, crudely poking at it. Like, not... He doesn't look like a scientist poking a body. He looks like a child. Chris. Y'all would be nasty. But yeah, so he'll get one of the workers that's still there to help him get it out of the wall. He'll, like, sprawl him out.
While he's doing that, I'll talk to the general. I put in a little distraction out while you were organizing your dance routine. We have a ship headed to their planet carrying what they were mining. I have a couple of spies aboard, and they're moving in, ready to make a move if you are. Our intent with our new contract signed is to, perhaps have them slip something into their drink, but didn't want to pull the trigger and put you in a position of vulnerability, or myself if you already had men on the ground. Or if you've got a better plan, I'm all ears.
I believe I can move men to strike. However, the courtesan believes we all had a plan to kidnap somebody. We need to set that in motion as well, to keep as many eyes turned and confused and bewildered as we can.
I can just tell them to make a less lethal dose that'll just put them to sleep for a bit until we carry them off.
Great idea.
How many would you like kidnapped? Or are we poisoning one or kidnapping one?
Poison one, kidnap one, kill one.
All right. Would you like me to send the ship to pick up a squad of your men and to drop in with mine?
I'll have my men fly in on their own, just so we don't get you caught up.
Very well. I'll send you the specifics on my men, so there's no cross-ups.
So what are you guys planning?
I'm gonna send a couple spies in there to, assassinate.
You already have some spies planted in their ranks. You can try to get them to assassinate.
Yeah, with the assistance. Well, not necessarily. Like, one's poisoned, one's gonna be knocked out, but then I guess the assassination assistance will come from the squadron that the general is sending in.
Okay.
That's how I see that playing.
All right. I mean, if you guys want to assault someone's planet, that's acceptable.
I think that festival is at, like, the end of the week,
Mm-hmm.
and Laura had some plans for that also. Like, we were gonna do a stage show and stuff, so we don't want to move on that right now, I don't think. But
No.
This pieces into place.
Right. This is setting up to pull the trigger at that show.
Gotcha. All right, so the way the show's working, so technically you guys' house isn't the one doing it because they don't like you and trust you, but you guys have trained so many actors through your school. You're able to insert people during this festival. And so that's the plan there. So, Cassie, you're with the body, right?
Yes.
What are you doing? Meekin's looking at it.
Well, Master Surgeon, I believe we need to verify this is, in fact, who it looks like it is. And perhaps check for any signs of, I don't know even what we're looking for. Anything that would give evidence that this person is a double of the man you already examined.
Doesn't seem
Right now, we're sitting on a rather unusual thing that either we're in danger or a fellow house is endangered.
It's not unusual.
You would figure his face would start to revert if he was really a double. Unless he's a clone. why? He'll say. And he'll just be poking at it, and he'll like open up its shirt and be like, "Yep, this is definitely was killed around that same time."
Can you determine methodology? How it was done? Was it the same way?
He will puncture the belly, and like some gas will come out, and it stinks, and he'll smell it. Be like, perhaps.
I'll note that I'm keeping quite a distance from this mask. Like, no, I'm in a nice suit and stuff. Like, I'll let him do it.
It smells terrible. But yeah, no, he'll take a whiff. He's like, perhaps poison. It has been a long time, though. I can check him for other signs of death, if you want.
Gather what you can. We're going to need to present our findings to the Master General and the Spy Master, as well as his lordship, because this is a lot of work against us or against our rival, and I'd like to know how many pieces are on the board before I start playing with moving them around.
Shall I take it around back? He'll say, gesturing to like the secret tunnels.
I will defer to your expert opinion.
He'll laugh. Get its feet.
Sure. As I consider asking someone, like, nope, if I'm not willing to do it, I'm not going to ask someone else to do it. Fine.
You get its feet. You guys take it to the back room, to the autopsy area, and he gets to work pretty quickly. A lot of juices and smells.
Yeah.
But before we find out what he finds, we're going to go ahead and take our 5-minute break. Thank you, everybody, for watching so far. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back to Fresh Out the Box Plays Dune, Adventures in the Imperium by Modifius Entertainment. I am still the Game Master Johanan.
Am the co-host Casualty CDG, but you can call me Casualty CDG. I'm a retired child crimes and human trafficking detective turned tabletop titan and improv comedian, and we are playing Modifius's 2D20 system because it is Dune's Day when we play Dune on Dune's Day. I'll be playing the part of Master General of House Masarrah, the clever and dedicated General Ezek Malakar.
I am A.D. Springer, also known as Corbinian. I'm a tabletop role-playing game and variety video game Twitch streamer. I used to also be a music radio host once upon a time, and now I play with strange people like them, but they're great, they're fine. They let me play in everything. But what am I playing? I am playing a thing in Dune, and if I can get to the page, I can tell you. There we go. Kesty York, the fair-minded guild agent of the Space Guild, and House Envoy of House Masarrah and the Space Guild alike.
Howdy, y'all. Thomas Avenger down here in Houston, Texas. Teacher, dad, voice actor, member of the Whataburger Museum Hall of Fame, Art Hall of Fame. And that guy out there doing the DX sign, that's my brother. In case you're like, why do those guys look alike?
Yeah, that's TX. I'm throwing up that TX sign.
Texas down here
Talk
in Houston,
about
Texas.
that.
H-Town, third coast at 713, son. You
Talk about that 281. Talk about that 346, 832. Represent.
I feel like if me and Corbinian shaved our heads, we'd all look related.
A-Leaf.
No, it's my hair. You're not having it.
What about if you donated like Locks of Love style and me and Gary just shared it?
I would like the left half of his hair.
Right half, please, and I'll get it attached here to a comb over.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to do an opposite comb over.
So, like, further?
I might actually just attach it at the back where I can grow hair.
Ah, yeah.
Nice. Give yourself a head start. I might just attach it just to the front here, and so I have it hang down in front of my face. Like a veil.
Peek through.
You know,
Well, thanks for having me, Jahanan. It's nice seeing you all. No.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Yeah.
Don't forget to check out Fresh Out the Podcast. That's a thing on Spotify and Apple and Google Podcasts. It's Jahan and I and our best friend Drew. We talk about movies and games and TV shows and all sorts of streaming stuff. So if you want to see us off topic talking about things, that's where to find it. But tonight, we'll be mostly on topic, except for when we aren't, playing this tabletop role-playing game.
I cannot recommend that podcast enough. I've listened to every episode. It's just like you're sitting around with your friends talking about stuff.
I thought you were just
So
going to
fun.
say, I can't recommend that podcast. I was like, oh, no.
Just listen to the most recent one today, and I'll be like, ooh, what about? I'm like, oh, yeah, they talked about exactly what I was going to say. Like, over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we have fun with it. Yeah, so the body in the walls has been discovered. The autopsy performed. Cause of death seems to have been poisoning.
We're not particularly worried about the cause of death. We're worried about a corpse appearing out of thin air. But like
if you
I said,
bring
we've already been cleared of this crime. The body's already been dispatched and taken back to his people. Whatever this sack of garbage is needs to be treated like such after your research is done.
Yeah, after you say that to McCann, he'll say, bodies never just appear. You must be missing something.
Machines can be frustrated, and more than one path leads to where you need to go. Someone went to a lot of trouble to hide this from us. The sooner we know their intention, the sooner we know whether it's... Because I'm of two minds. Either, like I said before, either we're the ones in danger and they're doing something high concept on us, or our lord, or this is actually their problem and we can take advantage of it. Like this, you don't do this sort of thing randomly. You do it for a reason. You don't expend that much resources without a cause. The thing is, I just don't know why. That's the big hole in my head on this. It's such an expenditure.
Caster will speak up. Yes, we assumed that their plan had failed, but what if it had succeeded?
What if their plan still hasn't come to fruition? Maybe they know there's a body in these walls and they'll call it on us. But if we remove this body now and we do so quietly, what they call will be bullshit. When they come here and open the wall, there will be no body. Maybe we're in the middle of their plan. One step ahead, even.
It does not seem to be probable to me, and I know a lot about probability. For it would take more than an anonymous tip to have the walls of our house searched, as it were. But perhaps you're right.
What would they think we would do when and if we found the body? We need to react quietly, and we need to plan before we react.
I'll tell you by the numbers what we would be expected to do under Landstrad etiquette. We would inform, once we identified the body, the appropriate family of the double, but that is a matter that the lordship needs to authorize, and either he himself or I would have to pass on the bereavement. But there are other things you may wish to do before we follow particular protocols. Those protocols are not set in stone; they're more traditions, things done, and expected to be done, but not ironclad within the Great Convention.
I am a word away from dismembering this bag of jelly and putting it into assorted totes and jettisoning this into space using smuggling cargo and envoy connections. General, I know you seemed like you got the short end of the stick last time. Perhaps you'd like to bring this up with his lordship and get approval.
I'll speak with him and see what he advises. For now, I think our best course of action is to keep this secret.
Very well.
Indubitably.
I'll pull up my little wristy tappity, schedule a meeting with the advisor. Which is Caster.
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, Caster, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to schedule a meeting with him, though. Like, just the two of us behind closed doors type of meeting.
You guys can do that now if you want.
All right, we'll step away. Yeah, we'll walk off down the hallway and go to his office then.
I'm going to pull. You're going with Castor, one-on-one, you said?
Yes, since he's the
I'm gonna-
advisor.
Cool. I'm going to talk to Kesty also.
The Kesty?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Kesty and Tristan go off, and Ezek and Castor go off. Ezek and Castor, you're alone. You notice his office doesn't have any paintings in it. Bare walls, like no adornments of any kind, bare stone. Very plain quarters. But he'll sit down in a chair. It looks pretty comfortable.
Advisor Castor, let's get straight to business.
Of course.
The body we have found. By all agreements, we should let them know that we found the body and return it. But we've already done that. We've completed that a week ago. So now this is ours to do with what we please, and we hold the pieces. As the advisor to the ruler, I'd suggest you take this before him and ask how he wishes to proceed. Do we make this body disappear and speak nothing of it, or do we return it to the rightful owners?
Interesting. I suppose I can do that. If that is what you wish, War Master.
Thank you for your service, advisor. It's really a pleasure.
No problem at all. He'll leave.
Same.
You leave through the front door. He leaves through the walls.
Whoa.
The retinue of Crimson Marines follow me down the hallway as the silver cape billows out, and I walk off down the oversized hallway, much too large for any of us or any of the things that we ever bring through this hall. I walk for what seems like forever, and then the scene cuts to the other two.
Alrighty.
Generally, I wouldn't be sending the general to use his direct approach to speak with the king, but as of last interaction with Gwendolyn going behind his back, I feel like he needs to feel supported in some level of trust.
It is not in our interest to antagonize the man who holds the keys to the army.
And no,
or ourselves or the guild.
And shit stature and nobility and duty aside, he is a genuine man.
Few of those left in the galaxy.
Quite. But he may be the only one on this moon.
Probably. Well, I am looking to...
Oh, I'm sorry. Continue.
I was just going to say, I'm thinking of reaching out to the guild and checking their records to see if that body went where it supposedly went. If they made it poof, or jettisoned it themselves, or did anything to it, it would show up in Highliner records. But that requires a meeting with someone who has access to the Highliners. So either I can have that conversation, which would be us officially talking about it, or you can have that conversation quietly. I wear the raiment of the guild.
We'll have it quietly, but you can't just sit in.
Well, I mean, a guild
wouldn't
meeting
look.
sometimes has to happen. I don't have to register all those, and only the guild has to, but largely this should be your meeting. I should not officially be acting on behalf of the house.
Well, we can give you a different face for this meeting if you like.
Let's just make sure the paperwork's in order.
My paperwork's always in order.
I nod knowingly, like that's a thing. Because frankly, space guilds are that
So
precise.
I'll follow Kesty's advice and go pop off to have this, underground meeting with my spy master / smuggler / guild envoy build.
I would like to point out the body's
body.
fate has yet to be decided. In case that got lost.
Yeah,
Oh, that is. We're waiting on.
You're
Cassie
waiting
to
on the
talk
Lord.
to-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, that the guy that's way too creepy has it in his body room, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yes,
Good
it's
enough.
trying to figure out whatever he can figure out.
Yeah, it's fine being there on pause for now, I think.
I agree. He knows not to chop it up until I call him.
Yeah, and I've asked him to look into it and find any evidence he can, but I'm like, there's not a whole lot I can add other than. But I know from Space Guild point of view, I can start poking into records that we normally would, the house wouldn't normally have access to, but guilders would have access to. Well, theoretical, theoretical access.
You can't eat a body unless it's been in the fridge for over a week and you know it's not anybody else's body. That's at that point it's fair game.
Bro, you knew that was my body that had the ranch on it. I wrote my name on the container.
It's been a whole week and nobody ate that body. That means it's my body.
It's true.
No eating bodies, please.
You're supposed to clean all the bodies out of the fridge by Friday, or else Monday morning I get first dibs.
Eventually, you guys will see Caster walking down the hallway with Mortimer. And eventually, they'll part ways, and Mortimer will, nod. He'll come over to you guys. He has heeded my advice. We are to keep the body.
Well, great.
I'll have it put on ice, as it were. And he'll, he'll turn around and disappear around the corner. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have that thing moved. I am not leaving it in the morgue. I'm gonna put that into a different, secure location.
Honestly, the place that it is now is very secure. It's a secret lab, so.
Yeah, well, we thought the wall was too.
Well, the wall was just a wall.
I don't know that I want a teleporting body in a secret lab.
Gentlemen, there's one. If we are to keep it, there is a certain solution that Caster can do that would be up to your discretions.
Yeah.
I look pointedly at the two of you and don't say any more than that.
Yep.
What?
Well, I don't have a problem with it at all.
What do you guys want him to do with it?
Oh, that's me hinting about
Hook
his
machine up to it and talk to that whatever the fuck it is.
If you really want him to, he can.
I'm passing the buck to those two. I'm not officially asking for it.
You'll see
I'll be
Caster
right in.
stop in the hallway, and he turns back with an ear-to-ear smile.
Yes, go get your toy.
He'll just he doesn't stop smiling. He just kind of half bows, and he'll disappear.
War crimes, plausible deniability, and I'll walk away.
These aren't war crimes because this isn't a fucking real body.
I've
It's already been handled.
I've heard no official testimony on the matter. There's nothing for me to discuss on it.
But yeah, he'll
Both of
disappear.
you enjoy dinner. I'll absolutely be involved in this.
Oh, you're gonna go watch it happen?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, so we'll keep a lot of it under the hood. But long story short, the probe is hooked up, and something starts to speak. It starts screaming, and then eventually it'll calm down a bit. Where am I? Who am I? What? It'll start repeating itself. Yes, this happens when they've been less than fresh. Meekin will explain. A bit of deterioration has occurred.
Now, take a moment and collect your thoughts, as it were. I'd like to know who you think that you are, and where you think you are.
It'll start screaming, and then it'll stop, and then it'll say, Orloff. I'm Orloff.
Well,
Envoy
you
of
were.
House Daewin.
Well, what happened to you? You seem to be no more.
I was poisoned. Poisoned by... I do not know. Poisoned by... the spy master of House Masarrah.
Oh no, that was me. We gave you just enough to poop your pants.
Yes. Sick. But then dead.
Yep, then what happened? Yes,
Before I died,
promised,
the things I
promised
saw.
what I delivered. I promise you what I delivered should have only given you a stomachache and maybe a mild bout of diarrhea. Anything else was not me or my team. Please continue. We're looking to put some restitution to this, Orloff.
He'll look at you, angry. Give me a communication check. Because he does not like you.
Good.
It's strange talking to the ghost of an enemy. You could bank one of those.
That is 4 successes for everybody at home.
Yeah, 4 successes, big time. 4 successes on 2 dice, nonetheless. So, yes.
Go ahead, Orloff. I understand you're quite angry with me. I would be too if I'd shit my pants and looked like that. But to be fair, you were being such a total a-hole. And your house just doesn't get along with ours. But, like I said, we are looking for restitution. We're not meaning for you to be murdered, regardless of where you are or how we stand. If there is something we can put right, we will.
After I retired to my quarters, I saw the serving woman and her friend.
A friend, you say?
Yes.
Go on.
They looked like me. But I must have been dying already. And that's it. That is all. That is all I remember. I saw my face and everything faded away. And he'll just start repeating and then until eventually he starts screaming because he realizes that he's dead.
Can I calm him down? Do I have any kind of heavy-duty fucking sedatives or truth serums that work?
No, you can't do anything like that to a data ghost. But why? Did you have something else you wanted to ask him?
Yes. Sure do.
Yeah.
I was going to talk. I was like, look, this is going to seem strange, but this is the second time your corpse has appeared. We've already exhumed you and put you to rest once, and it's been a couple of weeks and you just appeared back here again. Any way you can help us out with that one?
This is my corpse. It'll look at its own body.
It absolutely is.
This is my...
But I've been told if you have a nice conversation right here at the very end, then paradise is yours.
So he knows that's not true because he's been dead for like 2 weeks. But
well, it's because he hasn't had the conversation yet. I'm gonna tie this into that deceit roll I just rolled.
Yeah. This is my body. There can only be one.
That's what you said last time.
You didn't do this to the last one.
Did we? I thought we did. We did not.
We did it to a serving person that had spotted the body.
Yes. But you didn't feel the need to dig deeper. And also, this is a very invasive thing that you're doing that's super illegal.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, once he starts screaming again, I'm like...
He does. He keeps screaming. Yeah, it's really hard.
Down off, Cassia, please.
It wouldn't always be like that, but with murder victims, it's rough. But yeah,
great.
They have issues. They have an axe.
You'll tell Meekin to shut it off, and that's when you realize he was like kind of like smirking while it was screaming and like bobbing his head.
And Cassia, Meekin? How in the fuck? Last time, did you not identify the body correctly?
Oh, I most assuredly did.
I feel like I'm taking fucking crazy pills. If that was the body, then how do we have this body that is also the body?
Well, this one seems to be genuine. The other one must have been an imposter.
My lord, I am aware. How did you let that happen?
It was a very good imposter.
All right.
Yeah, we do have Speak with Dead, but not Raise the Dead. Well, they do kind of have Raise the Dead. Yeah. And they also have kind of had Necromancy, too, if you really want to split hairs. Yeah. But that's what he says. That's what Meekin says. He says it was a very good copy.
I'm gonna go find.
But it was also very dead, it seemed to be. Perhaps I was wrong about that as well, he'll say. Contemplative.
I'll write him up one of those little spheres he's so fond of smashing. I'll record a little message on there that says, current cargo is genuine. And have Robert go run it off to him. Be a good lad, Robert, and go find Castor York, please, and have this delivered to him.
What does it say?
The cargo we have is genuine.
Okay.
Enough for Cassie to pick up on it, and anyone else be like, it's fucking Space Guild guys doing Space Guild shit.
You'll see Bobbert walk in the halls, and you'll be like, yeah, and he'll like grab it and run.
Lord, seems like everyone we've hired is ridiculously I'm just talking to myself down the hall. A fucking marshal that can't protect anyone, fucking walls caving in, a goddamn coroner who doesn't know when he sees a fucking dead body or not, and miscellaneous help that just falls all over the fucking place.
One of the new guards is walking by when you're saying this, and he looks slightly crestfallen, like, oh.
Like, light bulb goes off in my head, and I'm like, I could use this to my advantage, and I'm going to start working on a small little spy task group that causes, like, miscellaneous destruction and confusion here on our premises to pull attention away from us at different times. So, like, servers that have multiple trays, or people that have, like, made a big cake and fucking spill it in the hallway. Just stuff like that.
That's pretty easy to coordinate, yeah.
Yeah, seems like they're just incompetent, but no major destruction done. But that way, when we need to be meeting places and people are dropping eyes, that stuff I'll have key off.
Mm-hmm. A memcorder arrives to you, Casty, with the words, "The cargo is genuine."
Blink my eyes because I'm not used to being the one reading them, and kind of, that's unpleasant. Drop it on the ground, smash it.
He'll start sweeping it up.
Oh, man. So Bob was in that room the whole time, and you look at it, you get ready to throw it, you turn, you walk across the room so you could try to read it. The whole time, he's just got the broom and the dustpan ready. He's, like, moving, like, waiting for you to throw it. You haven't thrown it yet. Follows you over here.
Yeah, he's like a ball boy.
It's like tennis. You're getting ready. He thinks you're going to do it, and then you put it down by your side and walk off.
Good lad, I say as he cleans it up.
Thank you, sir.
Just Castor York is fine. I am no sir.
Of course.
I work for a living.
He'll say, of course, sir. He's like overly polite.
That was the right response. Keep that up. Keeps you alive.
That was a test.
Yeah.
After the kid left the room, Thomas, you'll see Mekan open up like a compartment in the wall, and there's like a body tray. Pretty well concealed, but it's like no, they'll put it in there. You'll notice as he closes it, he like does this.
It's a good thing you have this job.
I agree.
Thank you both for nothing. Enjoy your evening. Please don't do anything freaky and weird. Good day.
You'll hear Mekan say to Castor as you're leaving, he needs to work on his people skills.
No, I don't. Shout it out as a work-off. I do not need to work on your literal job skills.
General Essek Malakar, what are you up to, sir?
I'm working on strategy with mounted warfare. We're outside doing drills with moon elk and other giant creatures that carry catapults and such.
Interesting.
I actually intend to seek out the War Master.
Cassie and the War Master have been found. You guys are together. Boom.
Cool. You find me amongst the stables for these giant creatures that drag catapults in. They're like toad elephant type creatures that likely have some horns.
I am suspiciously in a brand new coat, shirt, boots, pantaloons. I got a fresh change of clothes for some reason. It's almost like I was covered in filth not that long ago. I seem mildly upset by it. But Master General, I would ask your tactical opinion, if I may, or strategic, more like actually.
I finish throwing food into those giant beasts and turn and put my gauntlets back on, and I turn to face you. Of course, speak freely.
Your counterpart in the House Orloff was from.
Yes.
House Daywin.
Daywin. Been a long day. Do you believe your counterpart in Daywin would approve of the tactics that we suspect are being employed? Does this seem like him? Or them? I'm not sure who's in power right now. I'm not privy to the tactical side of the problem.
So that's actually a good question. Can I roll and understand house politics, Jahan, to see if I know if somebody, if their house would use illegal measures of this measure, illegal taxes of this measure?
So you want to know about House Daywin?
Yes, and I'd like to roll an understand truth house politics.
Not House Rupter.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, good.
So I rolled 2 successes, and basically what he's asking me is are they the type of house to do this?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. You already rolled. And what? Sorry. Ask your question one more time.
Is House Daywin the type of house to use these tactics, the illegal cloning or the Masarrah you guys were talking about earlier?
Right. The Benephalics. The Benephalics are not...
The big old phallus, that's right.
The big old phallus is not welcome on
big old phallus.
They are the former, sworn enemy of Ix. Their current sworn enemy as well.
And is that to include...
House Daywin. House Daywin and House Ix both are science houses. And House Daywin does do biological experimentation.
Oh, shit.
They might have done it to damn selves.
You don't know. And I love it. I love that you don't know. It's fun. And also, so you do know that their War Master's name is Melina Vigard. And
this is the house we're in conflict and thinking about destroying currently, right?
You are in conflict with 2 houses currently.
Who are we about to murk and kidnap?
House Rukter.
They wouldn't have to wait then.
But House Rukter is also who you suspect of having killed the first Orloff. That is what the assassin told you, anyways. And I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Yeah, I was looking at Daywin just to see if that was there was a double play going on. It's like, I'll check, because you probably know Daywin's War Master better than I would, because I wouldn't talk to him. So, at least I hope not.
It does absolutely seems like something House Daywin is capable of.
That does not. I was hoping that was going to narrow the field a bit. That's worrying.
Yeah, no. So, if anything, it reinforces that they might have done it themselves somehow.
Yeah.
But you have no evidence of that. You just know they do this kind of thing. But they tend to their research seems to be war beasts and that kind of genetics research, like altering humans, that kind of stuff. It's very borderline against the Butlerian jihad.
Because you go too far, you break the convention, and then the Landstrat comes down on you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, but Ix does that, and Daywin also does that.
Yeah.
But so yeah, you guys are finding out stuff outside of as players. You're finding out Ix and House Daywin are both science houses. I've known for a while, but that's how I roll. You guys are at a loss. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm drinking my wine.
Yeah, I see. Corbinion's processing.
Corbinian is processing. Yeah.
I grabbed a bottle of that wine from our new vintner. I'm meeting out there with them to kind of, process through all this.
Yeah, we'll say they're having a wine tasting.
Even if it was House Daywin, there's still no reason for us to recant anything we're currently doing. We're in a great position. We have momentum. We're not going to dedicate a lot of resources. I don't think that we should stray the course. Take the new information that we have and maybe line it up for Daywin for another day. Looks like our house is going to be busy.
I still think we need to have our meeting and verify where that cargo went. Because they moved something, and if they actually took it all the way back, that tells us something. If it went somewhere else, that tells us something else. Because my issue is that we're either playing a chess game with just one opponent, or we're playing with two. If we're playing with two, that we can't cover that many boards.
Well, there are spies already where the body is supposed to go, right? So the spies should be able to verify.
Technically, you don't have anyone inserted with House Daywin. You have people inserted with House Rukter.
I thought you had people go with the body.
I did.
Oh, did you? Okay. Well, in that case, then yeah, I guess you would. I actually do vaguely remember that. It was a few weeks ago.
I had plumb forgot. I thought we didn't have anybody, so I was like,
I do remember him saying
pull some
something.
favors with the Gilders and figure it out.
I have the spies at my disposal. I have the spies in the army.
Now, we'll say you sent your spy, Genton. Her name is Genton. That's what you call her.
I like that because she's only an AL away from her name being genital, which I like.
You can't win. As a dungeon master, you cannot win naming NPCs.
Just so I got it right, I wrote her name down as genital.
Perfect.
Future.
All right. Well, let's verify where that went, where that cargo went.
What do I know about genital? What spy is she?
She's a good spy. Genton is a fantastic spy. That's why you sent her. You sent her into the belly of the beast. She went with the body. She's reported back regularly. Nothing strange. She's not sure where the body is anymore, though. It seems that they disposed of it or took it to a secret experimentation area. You're not sure.
The fact you mean you're not sure? That's why I sent you.
She's not sure. She can try to find out. She can probe deeper, but like surface level spying, she has not figured out.
Oh,
it would take like an active espionage.
Oh yes,
of like greater espionage.
Well, from everything that I've heard, there's nothing extremely suspicious. Now, I could get more deeply involved, but if caught, we would be heavily implicated. How would you like to play it?
You can't have her undertake espionage in your behalf, though.
Oh, so I just assume all of my spies are popping a cyanide capsule if they get caught. They know the deal.
Some of them might.
Some of them might balk.
It's never a guarantee with the cyanide capsule. Some people can't do it.
Who is, how do I feel about genital? Which one is she?
She seems pretty devout. She seems pretty good. But yeah, so you want to send her to do deeper work, right?
Well, that is her job.
Yeah, go ahead. So that's something you're going to have to take control of. You're going to have to act as her, essentially. On an actual... we did this before with Gary. On an actual... What do they call them?
A little map?
What is it called?
Intrigue, conflict?
Yeah, conflict. Yeah. So you're going to have to actually partake in some espionage conflict here, buddy.
Okay.
All right. So, situation. We're going to plop on over to her. She has her orders. We're going to shoot over there. Jenton, she is a darker skinned. She's pretty, but understated. She has an understated beauty, makes her perfect for spy work. And she's not too tall, about 5'6". And she knows a lot of languages. She's very smart. She is full-blown excellent spy. And we're going to open up on her. She is working at House Daywin as a, what do you call it, servant. She's infiltrated as a servant. But in order to get... So what happened is she lost track of the body because it went deep into their science infrastructure, which she has yet to be able to breach. You're going to have her do that. In order to do that, right now she's in the house, okay? So these are the zones that I'm defining. The house, she's already there, so you don't have to worry about infiltrating that. But the only place... Well, there are several places you could go. You could try to infiltrate their transport infrastructure if you wanted to. Don't know why you would at this point. Or you can try to get into their sciencey stuff. And you would have to get into just the basic lab first.
Just a quick clarification to see where our standing is. Are we just rivals, or are we in Canley with them? I don't believe
you
we're in
are
Canley.
just rivals. You are not in Canley.
Okay. So
You're
spying
not-
is perfectly...
You're not technically in
Spying-
Canley with anyone right now. You're just borderline on two fronts.
Oh, no, we declared Canley.
You did
on,
declare Canley. You declared Canley, yes. On
Oh, they didn't declare it back. Yeah. Okay. It just means that we can't. Your spy shouldn't. You could, but you shouldn't kill anyone. But they can totally
Yes.
sneak around. That's totally
Legally,
fine.
if you killed someone, it would be frowned upon right now. But
Yep.
Well, that's not my goal.
Yeah. Just thought I'd give you the heads up. I was like, how in danger are we?
But so you are in the house right now. You need to go zone to zone. They have
Here we go.
A
Go to
lab.
sciencey stuff.
yeah. So you want to
Where we're
break into
going.
the lab. So go ahead. How are you going to infiltrate this lab?
Oh, how long has she been here? A week?
About a week.
So Jenton's feeling good about routines, and as a servant, what is her role here? What type of servant is she?
She can be any type.
This will depend on how she's infiltrating.
She can be any type that you really want her to be.
Oh, she's going to infiltrate then as a maintenance hand, and then once in, disguise off as a doctor, switch around, fake ID.
Gotcha.
and
Yeah.
Come
Classic.
and get clearance.
Give me
Classic.
this. Let's see. That'll be. I mean, use espionage or spying or whatever it's called. And then, what is your motivation here?
I think it's truth, huh?
Probably.
I think that's what it is. That's what it looks like.
Deep in the belly of the beast.
Oh, am I using a focus here?
You do have
Yeah, espionage.
espionage, yeah.
Sorry for all the clicking, y'all. I feel like I'm really slow at that.
It's all good.
Oh boy, those were not good rolls.
Those are not good rules. You do have a point of determination.
Yeah.
Do you like to reroll? So you can
Oh,
reroll
yeah.
that. You also have a point of momentum at your disposal if you'd like an extra dice.
Oh,
You only have one.
Here, 6.
I hate to point out, but for determination to fire, his drive statement would have to apply.
That's true. Oh no.
He who
is
holds
true.
the truth holds the keys to all gates.
It does apply. In that case, yes, you can. Good. I didn't know that you had one for truth.
I do.
Good call, Corbinian.
Yeah.
But yeah, he who holds the keys. You're literally trying to gain access to find
Yep.
the truth. So yeah, it sounds pretty spot on, actually.
Good call.
And would you like to spend this momentum?
Two passes.
Two
no,
passes.
I'm not spending that momentum.
Yeah.
I feel like the general is planning something. And
She makes it in. She makes it in, no problem. She's now in the lab. So when she gets into the lab, on the surface, It seems on the up and up. There is a lot of stuff. All of the stuff here is legal, which means that none of it is human experimentation. All of it is animal kind of stuff. She goes around. She can see that they're making hybrid beasts for all different kinds of terrain. You know, they're making ones that can fly. They're trying. They're having a lot of trouble with flying. They're making aquatic beasts.
A desert octopus.
They're making aquatic beasts, but their prizes. They're making hounds. They make these. They're not like riding hounds, but they are like dog lizard hybrids that look savagely vicious. So you are learning all of this, mostly for the first time. You could have perhaps picked up a catalog and ordered one at some point if you wanted to, but yes, this house is powerful. So from here, she's in the lab now. Do you want her to do anything here, or would you like her to try to gain deeper access?
Oh yeah, we're gonna go around and get in this thing. That's the idea.
Absolutely.
We're looking at like the front desk. I'm trying to get behind the desk into that back room, maybe in the cellar of the back room.
Mm-hmm.
Vampire is weaving a web in our chat of what they think happened, and it's really funny.
Yep.
But yeah, so you can pretty much use a similar thing to do this next part. Let's see. Communicate. Will communicate still be the best thing for you to use? Let me think.
Discipline.
Think.
Knowing
Discipline's
that
like
that's
you're
not
moving.
enough.
This one also could be like your body, like managing your body and being very careful how you move. Like, so if you're very careful to sneak and move very certain ways, that discipline would fall into that, I would think.
Especially since spying is the discipline.
Let me look at your character sheet here. Yeah, discipline, espionage. Could work. Yeah, discipline, espionage. Would you like to use... so this is essentially her not cracking, even though she's about to access some pretty intense stuff. Another two successes, no complication. Excellent.
I didn't roll yet.
Oh, well then never mind.
That's from last time. Boy, did I want to keep it. Hey, but it is still 2. How about
Hey, it's still 2. So that's not bad. You do manage...
I almost didn't roll, Jahan. I was almost a dick.
Yeah, sometimes I'm
use
looking
the
at
seat
other
focus.
stuff, and when I come back, it looks like you rolled. Yeah.
Almost a dick is actually the Avenger household motto.
Oh, that's so accurate.
That's really funny. But yeah, so she does manage. She gains access to the lift, and she goes deeper into the moon itself. She's actually going underground. And eventually, she starts walking around in a place she's not supposed to be. She's looking around.
At this point, her face is concealed, right? Respirator or hooded hazmat suit or whatever has been found along the way.
Yeah, no, she's definitely wearing the right stuff. And she goes down there. She gains access to this new level. The areas are pretty, they're barren hallways with like locked rooms that have no windows. But she is able to get inside one without issue. Because it's her goal. She's trying to find out what happened to this body. So she goes to the body storage. She goes in there. And she is looking to see what happened to this body, to see if it's still there. And it says it is on the registry. It says the body's here.
Okay, there's no one in this fucking room filled with bodies. She's
There are
gonna look at
people.
that registry and go over to that door.
There are some people
And open it
around,
up.
but they're like doing stuff. You know, they don't pay her much mind.
Yeah, that's what she's gonna do then.
She
Walk an
goes,
official like with a clipboard with purpose. Find that name, straight to that bay.
she
Straight
opens
back
it.
out.
There's nothing in there. It's empty.
Great.
But it does say on their official records that the body is in there. And by official records, I mean the legal stuff they have down here. It is marked as present.
She's going to shut that door and then walk by and swipe one of these dudes' fucking IDs to go
Give
open
me
another door. Spy-like.
Give me a move. What's your motivation here?
It's still truth, right? She's still trying to
Can't
get
still
there,
be truth.
but I feel like this is more of a power move.
Power or duty would be my bets.
I would allow either of those. Power or duty, yeah. Those are both good.
Yes, thank you.
Do you have
What
a
duty's
drive
better?
statement for either of those? Or which one are you using?
Power. Power is the only true goal.
Power's the only true
the-
goal. Fair enough.
And then for duty, it is important to keep a day job, but other areas are always hiring. So I don't think that applies here, since she's still working.
I love that statement.
And this is not a focus, because this is piloting, correct?
Yeah, there's no focus here.
She's flying toward the card.
Let's go!
Yeah, it's a card key.
Yeah.
You haven't triggered any alarms yet, sir.
Ginnigan. What's her name? I wrote it down
Jenton.
wrong. Jenton.
Also known as
all right,
genitals
so-
by Gary.
Same. Well, I mean, that's what I have
It
written
was.
down. That's why I had to ask what the name was, because I have genital written down.
None
Okay,
of
so-
the other genital.
I'm gonna go over and scan a doorway and take a little peeky.
What's she trying to do?
Gain information. This is gonna be a quick looky-loo. On to the next one.
All right, so now
Not
she's just
going
looking
in.
around.
Yeah, we're gonna not in a suspicious way. She's gonna be making sure corridors are empty. We're not going down every single door. She'll do every few. Just to see, open up one of these things. If there is something you're like, whoa, smoking gun.
All right.
General survey.
So now,
Mm-hmm.
at this point,
Not doing anything that's like
we'll see if
super
you-
invasive.
we'll see if you get anyone's notice here. All right, so I have spent some. Oh, I accidentally spent your momentum. I spent some threat to get some dice here. You have to roll against what I got to stay hidden now, because there are security people around. What's that, Gary?
No, you. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it.
It's only one, right? But yeah, let me know how you're avoiding being caught by security. We'll say you see a security guard, essentially, and you're trying to not get caught.
Exactly the same way I did before. I still have my clipboard. I have this badge officially kind of hanging from me that looks like I'm supposed to be down here. I'm just going to continue to walk right by this guy.
Go ahead and give me,
47.
discipline would work to keep your composure. You can do discipline and espionage, so.
Communicate deceit.
You could also communicate deceit, yes. Those are both valid.
Deceit.
What's your
what
motivation
is-
here?
And that's what I'm looking at. Probably not faith, so it's justice, power, or truth. Oh.
You're
It's
using
not
communicate.
justice.
Truth can be obscuring the truth, so long as your drive statement doesn't contradict what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it's
it
either power
doesn't.
is the only true goal, or
Truth could work.
Holds the keys.
Yeah, because in this instance, it would be the person who has the secret has the power, and that it does fall in line with your truth statement in this situation. Yeah, so.
Two more times. Come on.
And now you did roll. Okay. So yeah, I had 2 successes as well, which means that you are good to go.
Yes.
Security guard doesn't give her a second glance.
She
Keeps
knows
on
what's up.
walking. So now you do have some access. You can open some doors here.
That's what I'm doing.
It is
Open the
getting
doors,
a little
use my
dicey.
camera glasses to take some pictures.
It is getting a little dicey, but yes. Go ahead. You have a key card. You go in. I'll say you do get into a room.
That's what I'm looking for. I got any smoking gun shit down here? Some kind of fucked up humanoid and a tube with arms growing out of his head, teleporting around.
There is some of that, yeah. So you come into a room of a bunch of human organs that are being attached to this machine, and essentially what you're looking at is a pieced out person that is still alive. They're just not together.
She's gonna go over and take like the equivalent of a flash drive or whatever and rip whatever information off that computer there is.
Okay. So in that instance, yeah, give me an understand check to use the computer. Because now you're hacking into a computer system.
Which very few people know how to do that.
This is not gonna be great.
You could scrap together some threat to get yourself extra dice. If you think your dice are garbage.
Hey, Gary, I think you're good. I think you're good. He's hacking a computer now. Nothing gross about that.
Good.
Computers are gross, man.
And inside the computer is a dead body.
I'm sorry. I tried.
What is my focus
I tried.
here?
It's not your fault. We all keep going to the fucking morgue over and over.
That's true. It's not my fault. It is kind of my fault, though.
Okay, well, it's halfway your fault we keep going to the fucking morgue over
One
and
pass. One pass.
That's not terrible. It's a success.
It's not good.
Not good.
This is harder than a one pass. So I
Didn't
can
do anything. Move on.
I can let you know that it is a failure. So if you want to use your determination point, if your truth is in line with this, which it can be, you can spend determination and re-roll. But you don't have to. Okay.
Satisfied.
The only way you
with
can get another one is
not
you
being
have to
able get
challenge a different value.
Woody.
It would have to be a statement that's the reason why this failed. I don't know if you want to scratch one out or if one even applies.
Gotcha.
that. Nope. So enough to know there's sketchy shit going on.
So this
here.
goes, this goes a little sideways, and there'll be a bit of notice. You trip something.
Dip.
Okay.
Yeah, really.
So yeah, give me. You're trying to escape now. Thanks for 1 year of subscription, Jenny. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
1 year, yeah. I can't believe we've had subscribers for a whole year. That's crazy. But yes. So now you're trying to escape. Give me probably move and whatever.
This, oddly enough, this probably goes. Situationally, this probably goes under duty.
This might be duty.
Important to keep a day job, but others are always
Don't get
hiring.
She doesn't want to have to use her cyanide capsule.
Dip. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, this is gonna be really bad, y'all.
1 year, baby. So,
One pass.
With a no.
Oh, with the complication. So you get to
Oh, whoops.
the
20 is always bad.
yeah. You get to the elevator. You are going to suffer a complication. Let's see. You're doing a move.
The elevator is out.
Oh, son of a bitch! Did I move the page? Oh no, here it is.
sorry. Escalator is temporarily stairs. Sorry for the convenience.
Oh, I can't use these. They're broken.
Oh no!
Everyone just standing around the bottom of the escalator.
I've seen that.
That's so good. People are good.
So in her
They're not
haste
going up.
to get away, she gets to the elevator, but she like crams her knee into a wall at some point. She is now slowed a bit. She is injured, not majorly, but a little, and it could affect future rolls here. So you're in the elevator going back to escape the lab.
She is stripping out of that fucking yellow hazmat suit and pulling the mask off. Hair's coming fucking down. Clipboard flipped over so that the white's the other way, holding it just to throw the color off a little bit more. ID badge gets moved onto that, like poking out a tiny bit. Then acts like she's a secretary or something coming out from somewhere else. Quick change. Stage change.
Yeah, absolutely. So you are now back in the original science area. So now you just have to act like everything's fine.
Yep, that's what she's doing. She's going to walk by. If there's coffee or something like that, or like a cart that looks like it's got mail that needs to be delivered, just whoop, straight into that until she gets near enough to an exit to let it go.
Yeah, you grab a beverage, I'll say, and you head to the exit. Give me discipline once again.
I smoke a frappuccino.
All right, so I'm going to let you know. She has stuff going against her this time. You have a momentum, and this could decide whether or not she escapes. You might want to use it.
I know you're threat wary, but I will advise that in 2d20 games, sometimes when things get dicey, you need to feed the beast to get out of it.
You can also give me a threat to get more dice. You definitely want to roll more than 2 here.
So if I spend our momentum and give you 2 threat, I roll 4 dice.
Correct.
That's what's gonna happen.
Excellent.
1 pass.
Dice, why? Damn you, Dice.
And so he can't do his determination, right? He said.
He's at 0. The only way to get one outside of a certain talent is to burn something.
Well, he hasn't used one yet.
He did earlier, didn't he?
No, he was. I told him to, and he didn't.
Oh, I'm dumb. I totally thought he spent it. Yeah, if he has it, you could try to use it.
Yeah, he should be able to use
it. If the statement applies, if the drive statement applies.
So your truth is they who have the truth hold the keys. So essentially, keeping your secret would help you escape here. Does fall in line with that. I would allow you to use your determination to re-roll. So you only have to re-roll the ones you failed, I found out today. You don't have to re-roll the success. So you have a success, and you can re-roll the other 3 if you spend your determination. Otherwise, she's getting caught. Almost.
No, yeah, I'm spending it.
Yeah. So roll 3.
Discipline, truth.
Yes. Roll 3, discipline, truth, espionage, and then you have 1 success hanging already. So.
How did I manage to splash my old screen?
2 successes.
Not bad. So you get 3. She gets out the door without anyone realizing because the alarm starts going off. No one realizes it's her. She plays it cool. She leaves. She's out. What do you want her to do? Do you want her to
She gets out that front door. She grabs that brunette wig she's been wearing. Slap! Blonde pixie cut.
What?
Fucking clip shit in there, too. Fucking takes the top off. She's got a little sports bra going. Then just starts going for a fucking jog right by Kaiser Sose in this bitch.
I love that she's from the 20th century. That's fantastic. But so you want her to just stay embedded, or do you want her to leave?
No, that was a little hot. That was ID made, potential flags on their cameras and stuff. She's dipping.
All right, so
She knows the drill.
So it's your last thing then. She needs to get from the lab to the port. She can do so. Essentially, she gets to the port. She needs to gain passage off of here.
You have a cool thing.
You do have a cool thing that helps specifically with this.
Yep, that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna use a priority boarding and just dip right in.
So you use your Spacing Guild access. She contacts you, and you get her on a flight out of here quickly. Give me one last getting past security check. Everything else is in line. If you do this, she made it. If not, who knows?
I'm gonna go with communicate deceit.
Do you want to give me any threat?
Hopefully not. No, let's try to not give you any more threat.
You have a focus. You should be okay.
Yep. Communicate deceit. Is that truth still?
Fine, fuck you. I'm gonna spend threat. I'm gonna make this harder.
You might want to buy a die now.
That's
You just raised the
cool.
difficulty on you.
All right, you might. Yeah, so you can still buy. Oh, here.
2 passes.
2 passes.
Ooh, that's enough.
It's not enough. I spent threat to make it harder, so she's gonna get stopped. Hey, who do you think you are? She essentially is gonna. They're gonna try to arrest her. How do you want her to respond? You do control her. I love threat. It's funny. It makes the hard parts hard.
Would the Spy Master like some assistance in securing Space Guild passage?
Yeah, you could ask for York's help.
I mean, as a Spy Master in here, dipping and like actively following this, would he be able to?
Yes.
Yeah. I think the only reason I'd be able to
Yeah.
say anything is because I'm a guilder. You might be able to go, hey,
Because he's a
you-
guilder, I'll allow him to help you in this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then yes, expedite this process. Send these fuck faces on their way.
I have
That's
one die.
basically how she's going to respond, but with much more of a modicum of respect. I appreciate you doing your job, I really do, but we're in quite a large hurry, which is why we've had this ship chartered. This is going to have to wait until I return tomorrow evening.
Yes. So, how do you want her to get out of her kerfuffle?
I mean, that's what it's going to try to be, is her using this guild
Gotcha.
priority boarding
Okay,
to
priority boarding.
try to go quick. She's going to use that like a Kestie's assist on that while trying to talk her way out of it. She's going to double down, essentially, on what just happened.
Give me
Hey,
communicate.
we know it's you. No.
Give me communicate, but do not use
Gotta
truth this
go.
time.
I gotta go. Yeah, it's not truth.
I'd probably be assisting with like understand duty because this is outside of my normal. I'm helping out a guilder, but
Yeah.
this isn't my normal.
Understand
thing.
duty would be fine. But yeah, Tristan, give me communicate something, but not truth.
Power. She's trying to power her way out of this situation. It's not faith. It's not justice. I mean, it's justice or power out of what's there.
It could be duty,
Could be.
because she doesn't want to kill herself.
Plus, I'm a guild member. I get to be on there. You don't get to tell me whether I get to get on there or not, unless you don't want to fly off this planet anymore. Then you can totally impede me. See what happens.
It's not a bad thing.
2 passes.
All right, so go ahead and roll your assist here, Cassidy.
Hopefully this helps. I have no focus. I know I do.
Duty.
Oh.
So as she's trying to bullshit her way out of this, trying to pretend like she's like an important space guild agent, one of Cassie's friends, one of Cassie's contacts, be like, "Oh yeah, she needs to be on the next one out of here. What do you guys think you're doing?" And he'll just kind of back up the lie, and they'll stand aside, and she'll be gone.
Firstly, I appreciate your service. Feel free to contact me tomorrow evening.
That was a close one. She almost didn't make it back. Good assist there, Cassidy, and good job, Thomas. Genitals
Getting
returns.
this motherfucker's face, scanning his face in, getting that ID badge. I'm gonna know where this bitch lives next time. Every single person that came up to me, Spy Master's getting this information, and we get this fucking black book about this motherfucker, and they want to run shit. Boom! Why don't we tell little Bobby in the 3rd grade?
A vindictive spy master. Who would have thought? But yeah, she does make
He
it back
does
with
that
the
to
information. And you did learn a lot.
I share all of that with. Oh, yeah, I could share that with the general. No one was harmed in anything that will implicate him in any wrong way. I'm not going to share the methodology, how I came to this information, but I will share the information.
That's fair. So you guys are having a little sit down. Who's all here? Cassidy, Ezek, Tristan. Do you want to invite Castor?
No.
Okay. And what about Meekin?
Prefer. Ew, no.
Okay.
You might want to, because he has expert information that I wouldn't have. He's an expert in medical sciences. I'm not. I'm just a student.
Yeah, Meekin's from Ix. He's an Ixian scientist.
So if something crossed the line, he'd know.
I gave you guys that as your
Calling
scholar.
him down to his gross laboratory. Send him up here.
Yeah, he'll show up.
All right. And then we'll run back, all the images and data and everything we were able to collect. What's this?
He'll explain all the, war beasts. Ooh, interesting. I see they're having trouble with the wings. Interesting.
We're not interested in this. This is fine. You can copy this and do this later. We're more interested in about the human bits here in these tubs.
Gotcha.
Is this something that could have
Hey,
replicated
Gary.
old homeboy?
Go away. Just for a second. Yeah. He'll look at... Oh, wow. They're keeping a whole body segmented and alive. Fascinating. Ooh, I don't think I could do this. This is impressive.
We can here. Now, here's the data. We're trying to get a hold of information for you so you could, but fell through. Anyway, could the people who do this have made old squishy pants there in the other room?
Squishy Pants is real.
Right. This is too.
No, I don't think he's a clone.
You think the other one is?
The other one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I suppose so. I just don't know why they would have killed their own guy. So weird.
If it's a clone, then they would. Oh my god! It doesn't matter. We just need to know if they would do if that methodology is capable of being used here. All right. Good. Thank you.
Hey, Gary, you're good.
Okie dokie.
I see.
Back to yours.
It wasn't much. It was just something. Ooh, I got Game Master powered up.
Oh no.
What?
Thanks for the threat, Jenny.
God dang it, Jenny! Wow, come on!
Don't forget, you have the power to screw over everyone on screen. But yeah,
Does this break the convention? Is my worry.
Does this break the convention? I doubt it.
Okay.
Even if it did, I wouldn't say anything. Once they start asking questions of Daywin, it's only a matter of time before they come for Ix. And that would be a dark day for all of us.
True.
Either way, now we have evidence of this place doing horrible, illegal things.
Well, technically this isn't illegal. Technically this is life support. He'll say, and smiling and looking excited like a kid the whole time. Technically this is medical science. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, people back on the other worlds would be horrified, but convention allows for this type of research.
Most people do not have a taste for this sort of thing. But hey, it does not seem that you have found anything too explicitly illegal. Did you find the body, though?
No, the body was missing. The registry had it as being in-house, but when we checked the location, nothing was there.
Man, they must be doing something really sick to that body. He'll say gleefully.
Or they move someone inside. Because if you wanted to move... I'm just thinking, if I wanted to move an agent into my house, but I wanted to hide that, I might change their identity. And the trick is I still need a way to legally smuggle them into my house. So if I did some sort of cloning or other disguise, I could swap them, and then as far as you're concerned, all I took was a dead body I'm supposed to have under law. Mm-hmm. You owe me that body, even though it's not the real body, but you're going to give it to me on a platter under an honor guard, and then I get to disappear it. So either the house did that to shell game their own body back to get an agent to them, or someone did that to them. But if that's the case, then I would think their records would... that's the scenarios I'm seeing. That's the worlds I'm seeing.
That's
this entire kerfuffle has been an extreme waste of our resources. This thing should have been jettisoned into space the moment we found it. The king's advisor did not advise him correctly. And here we are sitting, spending way too many things on what should have been done days ago at this point. Moving forward, I would like to no longer be involved with this unless the plan is to get rid of it.
Yeah, I don't know why they would have to smuggle in the clone if they made it, York. Unless they made it off-site.
That's my thought. Either they had someone else do it, or either they made it, or they got someone else to do it.
How interesting. He'll get up, and he'll start leaving. He'll be like, interesting. And he'll leave.
Spy Master, feeling dejected and annoyed that nothing he did worked, was just gonna like head off.
Hey, you found out a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Because if you were like, oh yeah, it's buried in the graveyard, it's right there. Here it is.
Yeah, if you had found the body in that thing, this would be done. You'd be like, wow, look at that.
All right. Well.
It does seem
Master Gen.
that.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It does seem that something's up. You guys have yet to suss it out quite. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Master General.
Yes.
I believe his lordship should be advised of the new situation, and I hate to say it, I love to dig out a mystery, but there's a point where you can just end up spinning your wheels, so I think we may need to advise cleaning things up and just keeping this bit of intelligence in our back pocket. Unless he seems to start military action, but I have no as an envoy other than what we have so far. I have no way to bring this before the Landstrat or the Spacing Guild, so I'm out of options.
Caster, stop hiding behind paintings and come out here. If someone needs to advise the ruler, it needs to be you. I'll look around the walls at the different paintings, expecting Caster to come out any moment.
He doesn't. Which is funny. Sometimes that would work, actually. But this particular instance, I know where he is. So
I'll relay the information to Caster and have him speak with our liege about it.
He's with your liege currently. That's why I know where he is.
Well, good. I mean, I'm going to send him the appropriate future version of a text/dossier so he knows the information.
Hey, you guys give them the information. What do you want them to do about this? Are you going to go talk to them?
We apparently we need to clean up to get this back on our side where it looks like we know what we're doing, where it looks like we're in control. And so I'd like the advisor and the ruler to hash that out or, advise. We can make it happen.
Okay.
How does the ruler want to go forward with this?
Yeah.
I guess would be
Mortimer. You guys, you'll bring this before Mortimer again. He's sitting there talking with Caster in the throne room. But before he can lay down his decision,
you mother...
The game's going to have to end because it is time. It is time. You guys are going to have to come back next week. Hopefully,
I will find you. I will rip that beard off your face and give myself a little haircut.
It's not real. It's a filter.
It's going to be hard.
It's a filter.
I was going to say it'll be hard to rip it off because he draws all that on with a washable marker before every stream.
Every time I watch him do it, it's just remarkable.
Mm-hmm. A marker, if you will.
But yeah, so the plot thickens on Ivix. You guys went for a wild ride of intrigue and not quite sure knowing what's going on yet, but having several fun theories. We'll find out more next time. I've been the Game Master, Johananon, at RockFact on Twitter.
I'm the co-host, Casualty CDG. You can find me at Casualty CDG on all the social medias. Also, find us here every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. streaming tabletop games, board games, and doing interviews with folks. Always keep your ear out for Fresh Out the Podcast. Those episodes come out every Sunday on every single podcast network you could think of. Again, that's Fresh Out the Podcast, about movies and games and streaming shows and everything entertainment that you don't need to know about.
And I have been Corbinian. You can find me at Twitch Corbinian, of course, for any streams I'm doing. Usually my Saturday stream of Star Trek Adventure, Klingon war and exploration, and mostly infighting and everyone hating each other, because that's the group I have. But you can also find me at Twitter at ElectricBetCHSR to see any new updates, information, or people I think you should totally check out, like these fine folks.
I'm Thomas Jahan. I'm annoyed that you ended the game right now. Good evening, y'all. This is Thomas Avenger down here in Houston, Texas. Thank you so much for spending your time with us and joining us. We had a good time.
Yeah, got to keep them wanting more, and I guess I did. So yeah, everybody, thank you for watching. Come watch us tomorrow for a special episode of The Expanse. And check us out Friday, where we'll be playing Wild Sea with creator Felix Ivix. We've been chopping at that bit for like maybe a whole year.
It has actually been. It's been 13 months.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So we're excited to finally get to do that. But yeah, have a great night, everybody. Thanks for being here.